it's me, Renee. I'm back, and I'm here with another anticipated videos. As you can see from the title, this is anticipated, sorry, anticipated YA books. Because yeah, I still read a lot of YA. I have read more adults recently, but yeah, there's lots of fun YAs coming out. So here we go. First, we have Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute, which is Talia Hibbert's YA debut. There's actually a few YA debuts on this list. And yeah, this one has just a great cover, and it's enemies to lovers. Well, it's a best friends to enemies to lovers romance. And yeah, the cover looks so cool. And yeah, very excited to read it. And it's coming out in January, so it's actually out the 3rd of January, so it's out quite at the beginning of the year. So we don't really have to wait that long for it. Then we have a book that I suppose it's kind of like YA? Okay, so it's The Chalice of the Gods, which is actually the 6th Percy Jackson and Olympians book, because it takes place between, at least I think it at this, but I think it takes place between Percy Jackson and the Olympians and Heroes of Olympus, if I'm not mistaken. But I also know, pretty sure it's a very standalone story. It's like a quest it doesn't really link to other stuff. Yeah, other than having characters that you love and know. And yeah, that one's coming out in the fall, I want to say. And yeah, and also like suppose this is YA because at this point Percy and the gang are like 16. So I suppose it depends how you define YA. If YA is just like the age of the characters, or if what they do. Because I mean, Rick Riordan keeps on saying that he doesn't write YA books; he writes middle grade books. But like after a while, yes, some characters who are older, like I suppose also like Apollo, he was a god and then he turned mortal. Like when he was mortal, he was like 14, 15, so he wasn't like 10, 11. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. And then we have the Borrow a Boyfriend Club, which yeah, just sounds so cool. I just love that title. I again don't remember the author of this one. You know what? I'm gonna check it out now because I have the author here. I'm gonna be smart and fix it. Give me a little moment. Blip 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 blip. Blah 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 blah. Borrow a Boyfriend Club by Paige Powers. Does not have a cover at this at this time, but yeah, I just love that title, don't you? So yeah. Then we have This Is How You Fall in Love by Annika Hussein, and it has a great, beautiful cover. Also, you can't really see it there, but yeah, it has a very colorful, well, yeah, kind of nice mix of colors on the cover, and I really like it. Then we have Midnight Strikes by Siba Shanas. I'm not quite sure if this is a standalone or first in a series. It doesn't really say here on Goodreads, but it has a beautiful cover, and I believe it's based on Asian or Middle Eastern mythology or folklore. So yeah, here for it. And then we have The Severed Thread by Leslie Weather, also coming out in January or November or February, I want to say. I think it's like early in the year. It's the second one in the Bone Spindle series. I don't know if this is a duology or if there will be more. I feel like there could be more because like the world is kind of big, but I don't know if there will be more. But yeah, I love the Bone Spindle, so cannot wait for this one. And then we have Careful What You Wish For by Sophie Gonzalez. And I've really enjoyed Sophie Gonzalez's other two books, so yeah. And then we have Bianca Torre is Afraid of Everything by Justine Bucala Vinance. So, I mean, Bianca Torre is Afraid of Everything. It's just kind of makes you so curious about what that like. Is it someone who lives in a scary world? Because cover kind of looks like the world is scary, or it might be a contemporary where like the main character has seen trauma and is just afraid of everything. We don't know, but yeah, the title just kind of hooks you, doesn't it? So yeah. And then we have Friday, I'm in Love by Cameron Garrett. This is a bisexual love story, and it has a very beautiful cover. A lot of like the things that kind of goes through this video, beautiful covers, but I mean, beautiful covers, don't we love them? And then we have Spice Road, which is the first in the series. It's the first in the trilogy. Spice Road by Maya Ibrahim. And yeah, so it's based on Silk Road, if I'm not mistaken. The Silk Road was the road between the Arabic world and Europe in like Middle Ages, where like um they had trade routes, and then I suppose maybe this is kind of based around that, and it's also magic. I'm kind of thinking I'm assuming, maybe I'm assuming wrong, but pretty sure it's magic as well. So yeah, gotta love it. Then we have Going by Coastal by Dahlia Adler. I've heard of Dahlia Adler before. I haven't read anything by her. This is described as a sliding doors for YA, and I love sliding doors. I just yeah, it's touching, sad movie, but also a very nice movie. And yeah, books like that kind of talks about what like choices and what would happen if you did this and not this, and like explore has both both sides of it. I really love those kinds of stories. So yeah. And then we have Six Times We Almost Kissed by Tess Sharp. And I really like Tess Sharp's other book, which you just have one book out at this point in time. So yeah, can't wait. And then we have This Time It's Real by Anne Liang. It's another contemporary read and contemporary romance. And yeah, here for it. And then we have Take a Bow, Noah Mitchell by Tobias Madden. And yeah, it's all about like a gay teen who, yeah, romance. I don't really need more of that really. And then we have Promposal by Rachel Garrett. And yeah, this is kind of like if you do like a big proposal, you might get a scholarship. So if you need scholarship for college, and yeah, sounds fun. And then we have Out of Character by Jenna Miller. As you expect, it's a book about fandom, which I always love. And then we have The Wrong Kind of Weird by James Ramos. And this is just a beautiful cover. I don't remember much more than like what it's about, but I mean, I don't need that much more. We did a great cover and a great title, so yeah. Then we have Caught in a Bad Romance by L. Gonzalez Rose. I'm betting this is a fake relationship trope, and yeah, I mean, it's a great also play on the Lady Gaga song "Caught in a Bad Romance." So yeah, gotta love it. And then we have Rosewood, A Midsummer Meet Cute by Sayantani Das Gupta. And yeah, it just looks like a great, cute story. So here for it. And then we have French Kissing in New York by Anne Sophie Jonot, which is also the author behind, and now I'm blacking out, just the author behind a book that came out 2 or 3 years ago about a ballet dancer in Paris, I want to say, yeah, and her life. So yeah, this one takes place in New York, but he has a French teen going to New York, and yeah, so favorite. The cover is so beautiful. And then we have An Improbable Season by Rosalind Eves. This is a YA historical book, which we, why did I say French? I don't know. Which yes, love that. And then we have Waltzing Through Time by Nancy McCabe. Time travel story. Definitely here for it. Do I have other time travel books on my TBR I haven't read yet? Yes, but always here for new ones. Also, this cover looks stunning. So, yeah. And then we have Her Good Side by Rebecca Weatherspoon. Also her first YA book. And yeah, this has a beautiful cover as well. YA romance, and all I need to know with it, really. And then we have The Third Daughter by Adrienne Tooley. This is the first in a series, but we don't know what the series is titled because it just says Untitled #1, so we know it's the first. And it has a beautiful, stunning cover. And then we have Your Plantation Prom is Not Okay by Kelly McWilliams. And yeah, so this is about activism and yeah, why activism and how you should be aware of your story and stuff like that. And yeah, here for it. And then we have A Coffee Shop in an Alternate Universe by C.B. Lee. I love C.B. Lee's books, so yeah, and it just sounds so cute. It's about a love story between two girls, but they live in different universes, and yeah, multiverses and all that stuff. I love it, love it. Then we have A Royal Blood by Amy Carter, first one in the series, I believe. Yeah, this is a crime story set like among the rich and powerful. So that's kind of how the blood comes into it. It's not a vampire story; it's a crime story, mystery story. So yeah. And then we have Hot Dutch Daydream by Kirsty Boyce. This is the second one in the companion series. This one's taking place in Netherlands because Dutch. They live in Netherlands. I believe it's taking place over like a year or like a semester. And yeah, I love those contemporary settings set in different fun places. And then we have Mermaids Don't Drown, Tales to Die For by Sarita Cordova, Natalie C. Parker, Darcy Little Bader, lots of people. It's a mermaids anthology. Here for it. Then we have Last Chance Dance by Lakita, Lak, Lak, Lakita Wilson. And it has a beautiful cover, so here for it. And then this is just a great, great title. The Summer I Ate the Rich. I mean, just a great, amazing title by Micah Molita. Yeah, it has two people here. So I think maybe it's a comic book, or if it's just like some people collab. Well, Micah Molit and Maritza Molit, so maybe they're sisters. But yeah, just love that title. And then we have A British Girl's Guide to Hurricanes and Heartbreak by Laura Taylor Namey. I love her first book, so in the series, so gotta love this one as well, I'm thinking. And then we have, yeah, that is it. If I'm not, well, I'm thinking I might actually have a few books here on my list as well. Give me a moment. Got into that one. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Then Everything Happens at Once, which is also contemporary romance. Planning Perfect for contemporary romance. Suddenly a Murder by Lauren Munoz. I just heard of this one. It's come out in September. It's kind of been described as Clue, like for teens. I mean, it's like it's a mystery. It's set in a locked room, if I'm not quite mistaken. So yeah, gotta love that one. And then we have Silent Star. The Silent Stars Go by Sally Nichols. Sally Nichols is the author behind. Moment. Is the author behind, 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 behind. Okay. I don't know where that book went. Okay, yeah, yeah. I've talked about this before, but yeah, the book "Bright Things a Bright Girl Can Do" is also by Natalie Nichols, which is one of my favorite books, I would say of all time. So having a new book by her, yes, so here for it. And yeah, it's called The Silent Stars Go By. I'm pretty sure it's set in the 1920s, and beautiful cover. So excited to read that one. And then we have Kismet Connection, which is a Indian American love story. Here for it. Something Close to Magic. Don't remember much about this one, but yeah, here for it. And 30 to 60 Days, which has been described as a very fun book. So hilarious. Whenever that's been described, I'm here for it. Always need a good laugh. And then we have We Ship It, which is a love story set on a cruise. Yes. And then last but not least, we have Riley Weaver Needs a Date to Gay Debutante Ball. It's gay love story set in a debutante ball. Yeah, sounds great. So yeah, that's quite a few of the YA books I can't wait to read next year. Probably a little bit more, but at least right now there's those ones. And yeah, so if you have any thoughts, comments, or whatnot, please talk to me down below. And I'll see you soon. Bye.